Today we've decided to do a video on a subject that keeps getting swept under the rug. And that subject is the young H3H3 fan that Moses Hacmon took advantage of. The young fan that Trisha knows about, but wants you to forget. We're not only going to take the time to remind viewers that this fan exists and that this incident occurred, but we're also going to take the time to shine a light on Trisha's hypocrisy upon discovering the news that her husband had done something beyond wrong. When the young fan first came forward about Moses taking advantage of her, Trisha's immediate response was to call this woman a liar and to try to paint both herself and Moses as the ones who had been done wrong.
I'm shaking. I am shaking. I don't want to monetize this. I've been acting like everything's okay. But there are just so much wrong going on right now. They're doing, not only they're nothing to stop it, they have no sympathy, no remorse. This is not random people. This is people they know. I'm just begging. If someone asked me to stop talking about them, I would stop talking about them. Never once has Ethan and Hila reached out to me about any of this. They never once asked me to stop, and now I'm just pleading. And their response is, you don't get to tell us what to do. Just having an actual breakdown. My past. How people are accusing me of lying. They don't believe Moses. They believe all except for Trisha. No, I'm a liar and I'm demanded to make a statement. I'm just letting everything go. I conceded. I'm so conceited. I said I'm sorry. I said I'm done. I'm so done. It doesn't tell me anything. It's that I'm done. I will never say shit about anyone.
At one point during her crying rant, Trisha stated that the accusations were ruining Moses' life, and that people were contacting his work regarding the allegation. She says this as if it was a step too far.
This is life ruining. You are ruining people's lives. Moses' work is getting things that it's crazy with someone who was shown that she's obsessed with me, and I'm just like, I can't.
Yet on Frenemies, when Trisha spoke about holding other people accountable, she said that businesses had the right to know who they were employing.
I think it's just funny that people get like, oh, don't tag the sponsor. It's like, bro, what am I supposed to do? Just let this guy go run free?
Don't take the sponsor. They should know about it.
Yeah.
Did she mean that everyone should be held accountable unless they were her husband? That all businesses should be informed except her husbands? She even once criticized Jeff Wittick for caring so much about his business dealings during a serious accusation, shaming him for caring more about the fact that his work was being messed with, rather than the actual issue.
I just think people, if they're innocent, they should talk. I woke up today to a call from my manager where I was asked to delete all the posts that I've done with a brand that I've been partnered with for a while. And I felt like angry at first and, disappointed. I didn't feel guilty. I felt like this is now costing me everything I've worked for. I refused to delete it. And
this I love.
That's crazy. That's so crazy that's what you're like upset about. It's like, shit, I'm losing brand deals.
Well, here, let me play it. I shouldn't pause it.
And he said they could sue you. And I said, you know what? Then fuck it. Let him sue me. I'm innocent, and I know how this looks.
Bro, your
from a PR
innocence has nothing to do with the brand, which is in a contract. Like, Jeff is on a mission to ruin his life.
Literally, yeah.
Jeff, please, for the love of God. When I saw this, I was like, dude, just take it down, bro, please. And if you ever want to work with a sponsor again, this is not the way to do it.
Because I think your association in David's vlog alone, regardless of the article, just like what you did in that vlog is reason enough for a brand not to want to partner with you. Like, he's
at least now, until
Right.
it cools.
Yet she cried about Moses' work being contacted. She didn't cry for the young fan that Moses wronged, she cried for Moses and his money. In fact, on Frenemies she shared her disbelief when David Dobrik supported his friend Dom after an accusation about Dom surfaced that Dom was guilty of. And even called out Zayn Hijazi for doing things without permission.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was, because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine doing this to people and actually hurting people, and I'm sorry for that.
So at which point between the 2007 VidCon video and the scores of other women that reached out to you privately did you refuse to believe that your childhood friend was capable of doing that?
Wow.
I want to apologize to the thousands of women who have reached out to me privately.
I think David's just disappointed.
Not mad.
Not mad, just
never mad.
Not only did I discredit you, Abby, but I platformed Dom. And not only did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way where I made jokes about it and I reinforced that kind of behavior. And I'm so sorry. And I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down, a lot of people that watch me. And
I mean, again, you could say too late, too little, too late, but I think he makes a good point. Because I think what's really damaging is how he normalized Dom as like, hey, just your friendly neighborhood, and like this kind of that they regularly portray it as like just fun-loving is basically just grooming an entire generation of
He's
kids.
He's going to give this comment to the Insider when this article came out, like, hey, I'm really sorry this happened, rather than his lawyer said, don't put him in the article, otherwise we're going to threaten to sue you.
I agree.
Like, I don't, it's so not real.
The timing casts a very cynical light on the entire video.
I don't. Zayn, multiple videos of him grabbing women's breasts without their permission, kissing people without their permission.
Yet she is fully, and 100% to this day, supporting Moses by calling the girl that Moses took advantage of without permission a liar. And had no problem with the fact that Moses did things to this woman without this woman's permission.
I am begging and pleasuring for the last time to never mention me in passing again. Moses is now being falsely accused of R-word. Of R-word. This girl has a lawyer to sue Moses of R-wording her. Even having it go to court will jeopardize his status in this country. Do you not see what is happening? I know you check the subreddit. I know you have control over these things. When you don't talk about me, this stuff dies down. I am pleading with everything I have. What do you want to stop this? I will pay you every cent I'll ever earned from frenemies back to end this. I will put out whatever statement you want me to make. I just need this to stop. It's not funny anymore at all. It's very serious. I am pleading for you to stop. Why can't you? Why can't you just leave me alone? Please. Everyone you talk about me, more of this comes up. Moses being accused of R-word. It's too much. You can record our call, I don't care. I'm sincerely begging for this to be over.
My mom is having a mental breakdown and my whole family is basically broken down. Welcome to the club. You're not the only. Here, start taking responsibilities for your own actions and stop blaming us for everything that's happening to you. And same for Moses, who is not in this chat, but I'm sure he is reading it.
I have. And I stopped.
Little too late.
Please just do the same. It's not. It keeps going and going and gone. What do you want? Moses in jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Sorry, you also don't get to tell us what to do.
I am not. I'm asking. Like pleading.
How do you know he didn't do it?
He didn't. There's texts.
How do you know?
He has so many.
I saw all the texts.
Wow, you guys know him.
I thought I did. I don't know him. I believe the...
You are falsely accusing someone you know. You don't know this person. Oh my God.
You're sending her hate nonstop. Think about what you're doing.
I haven't said anything.
Calling her a stalker.
I'm ducking, stopping everything. I want this to end. I am pleading. I'm not telling you. I'm asking. Thing, please.
Ethan Klein himself called Trisha out for this when Trisha backed up Moses in their texts. He stated he stood with the woman who came forward against Moses, and questioned why Trisha didn't, when Trisha acted as if she cared so much about allegations and accusations before.
And you would do if you actually cared. You hypocrite, shame on you, shame on both of you. I'm trembling with anger and disgust, shame, sadness.
People lie. People do. This is not a random case. This is someone you know.
I thought it was.
Your whole Reddit is saying I lied about being M-word. Why can't you just leave this alone? Like it really is too far.
Your accusations don't line up with the evidence. I am still waiting for you to clarify.
It's odd that she made it a point to state what Zayn Hijazi did, but when her own husband was accused of the same thing, she not only turned a blind eye to it, but also denied it. Trisha had made it a point to call out the young woman who accused Moses of taking advantage of her by arguing that that same young fan continued to reach out to Moses through text after it happened. Here, when Ethan asks her how she knows Moses didn't do anything to this young fan, Trisha responds by stating there's so many texts that Moses has. As if the fact that this woman texting him afterward was proof of Moses's innocence.
How do you know he didn't do it?
He didn't. There's texts.
How do you know?
He has so many.
I saw all the texts.
Wow, you guys know him.
However, she made it a point on Frenemies to argue people who thought that way, stating that it meant nothing if someone who was taken advantage of texted the culprit afterward because it's evidence that something did happen to them.
That's interesting.
And she texted him to hang out again, and I know that too, because so many people be like, why would you text him to hang out again? It's like, you're so like...
Dude, there's people online trying to discredit her, and it's the same shit you fucking always hear from these people about like, I don't believe her because, like, why didn't she stop him?
So gross.
It's like, you're a fucking idiot. Or why was she talking about her phone? And it's like, you're a fucking douchebag. Why did you reach back out to him? It's like, dude, can you just fucking have like a milligram of empathy?
But all those are traits of people being like abused, you know?
Exactly.
Because like reaching out to someone that abused you is like so super common. Like it's super common.
It's like textbook.
Yeah, of course. That's like red flags all around. Like that's not like something that's like shows that she was like abused in some way by this person and in multiple ways.
Yet somehow it exonerates Moses. She even spoke about how stupid it was for someone to think that it's not possible to take advantage of your own girlfriend.
The sheer dumbness. It's like, oh, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like obviously that person can't have any.
The thought. It's like, oh no, you can't R-word your girlfriend. It's like the thought of that is actually terrifying that he truly believes that.
That's
and it makes me scared for whoever his partner and his family members are.
Yeah, like he should not be allowed around anybody.
That is just a dangerous psychotic take. Like, bro, seriously, you can't R-word your girlfriend? Or I mean, what?
Yet she cited this young fan as having been one of Moses's bitter ex-girlfriends who Moses was with consensually, all because the two once had romantic interest in each other. Which actually conflicted with Moses's defense when he himself tried to say that the young fan wasn't his girlfriend at all, and was just someone he once casually hooked up with.
Recently there has been a serious allegation made against me that is not true. I have chosen to not give attention to it out of respect for this person's well-being, but now the lies have gone too far. I met this person only once in real life on February 14, 2020. She is not my ex, she was never my girlfriend. I am showing these texts to show the timelines of what actually happened. I made it clear I didn't want to lead her on. And that it's nobody's fault. She continued to ask me to meet up with her and have a relationship with her after I made it clear I didn't feel we were a match. She got upset when me and Trisha started dating well after we stopped talking. And continued to plead with me to date her and not Trisha. It's been a year and a half of this person spreading lies, but now this new false accusation cannot be ignored. Please read this thread for the text messages when we're communicating.
Which is an even more odd defense when you remember that Moses specifically stated that he did not ever casually hook up with people.
I like that we never have to worry about getting STDs anymore. Mm-hmm. That was like the biggest thing when I was like single. I was like, oh, fuck, an STD.
Same here.
Really? You were promiscuous too?
No, I was just always worried about that.
Why? Because you were with me?
No, because I didn't want to ever get STDs. I was always worried about that.
Oh, you were? Is that why you didn't hook up a lot casually?
Definitely. But I was just, it wasn't my thing.
Were you more scared about getting STD or more scared about getting someone pregnant?
STD.
Wow, really?
Because I've never, ever got someone pregnant, so.
Plugging strong.
Bad. I don't know, it's more about, for me in general, it was just not, it's just never casual, because I don't want, I don't know, had more respect to the people. And just having something casual, and if I didn't want to spend time talking to the person, then I'm definitely not gonna have sex with them, you know what I mean?
I don't believe that.
Moses made it very clear he didn't believe in casual hookups. Yet when he tries to come up with a defense, his defense is that it was a casual hookup. Oh, the kind you don't do, Moses? But let's get back to Trisha, who accused this young fan of being a liar who was only accusing Moses because she wanted attention and clout.
Because they don't care about the truth. They don't want to believe anything that we say. They don't care. They literally don't care. They just want. It's just crazy. They said it's too little too late. I said it's not. I'm calling it truth. I'm asking asking for it to stop. Stop! Falsely, Moses is so falsely accused, and he's saying shame! Shame on what? Is it believe all except for Trish, like, make up your mind? Oh my god! I'm so beside myself! How no one can have compassion! No one! And even just for a random human being, another random human being, for someone that they're in a family and they've known! Oh my god, where's the compassion? I stopped!
And one person he ended up meeting up with one time, and this person, from the day I posted the first picture of me and Moses, has been trying to get my attention, been trying to communicate with me. You know, I would see all the texts that this person sent Moses about me, saying that they followed me for 10 years. This person who I just am just chalking up, and I have sympathy and empathy. I understand when a situation doesn't work out and you like wish it would. You know, I would see the text and I could feel the pain. Like, why are you with Trisha? She's this, and this. Why are you not with me? Why won't you give me a chance? Why are you giving, you know? And I understood that. I understood it. You know. Like, I understood that, and so I had sympathy, but now it's gone too far where I'm still getting harassed. This isn't really about Moses, because this person's at mentioning me. It just escalated. It's just now escalated out of control because I just wouldn't give attention to it, and I can't give attention to it. I can't give attention to something that's, I mean, because at the end, it has nothing to do with me, but this person has been, from the day I posted a photo, it was like, if you're going to steal my man, like, at least follow me. Like, it's always been about follow me, do this. Like, but why is your main focus on me, on talking about me?
And don't forget the texts from earlier in this video where Trisha repeatedly called the young fan a liar. Yet on Frenemies, she spoke out about this kind of mentality where she believed people only came forward for attention and clout, stating that wasn't a real thing. She also went at Scotty Sire for doubting someone who came forward with an accusation against someone else, stating that it was harmful not to believe someone.
Well, anyway, she's getting a bunch of shit from people like Keemstar who are calling her a liar.
Well, you know what,
I wanted to
though?
give
Like,
her a little support.
yeah, and like, words of advice for this kind of thing is like, she was right. She's like, it gets exhausting trying to defend yourself. Like, you shouldn't. Just like, put your truth out.
Right.
People are all like, there's always gonna be people that won't believe you. Like, even if it's like hardcore, like, there's evidence out there of everything that's happened with me, and like, people will still be like, I don't believe her. So like, one, people will not believe you. Just gotta like stop reading comments. Two, people like move on. You share your truth, and the truth will either eventually prevail. Look at me 2 years later. People are like, wow, Trisha was telling the truth on some things, whatever. Or you know what? People just kind of move on and forget about it. But like, as long as you tell your truth and you do what you need to do, like if you want to press charges, don't press charges, whatever heals your heart, you know, like share your truth and just expect that half the people won't believe you. But that's, who cares? Who cares if trolls?
I really want to also just continue to dispel this myth that people are coming forward for clout. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's like,
it looks like she's having a really good time with all the clout she's enjoying over there.
But again, those are like, literally, those are like the young like kids, or just like incels, or just people who are not smart, like that think, though. Nobody thinks that if you're like intelligent. Stop. I am so sick of people using mental health as an excuse to be like a person or not know what's going on in the world, because I have a lot of mental health problems, and I know not to lie about people, not to be delusional, not to accuse people of stuff that they didn't do, not to say someone wasn't essayed or whatever. But this is me. I'm actually having a hard time. It's like, because I have this issue. It's like, no, you're a person, own up to it. Okay. Understand why you should be apologizing to Seth and not doing a video saying you had a hard time. And negative comments coming to you. You deserve more negative comments because you still don't grasp what you did to Seth and other that you offended, including your own audience, by saying, oh, they should be feeling this way. They reacted this way, so it must mean this. It's like, so like off everybody.
Yet she had no problem doubting the young fan that Moses hurt, and to this day has not acknowledged it or apologized, because to this day she still believes that her husband is innocent. And to this day, that young fan is still dealing with the effects of what was done to her.
I don't know what the context is, but thank you, Ethan. Literally not a day goes by where I'm not affected by what he put me through. Moses Hacmon is a fing loser.
Don't let Trisha or Moses continue to sweep what he did under the rug. We know we won't.